You're afraid of the wrong things. Not because you're weak, not because you're not cut out for this. You're afraid of the wrong things because nobody has ever taught you which fears are actually useful. Some fears are useful. So today I'm going to be walking you through the fears wasting your energy and the ones you should be watching closely. This is Mark Parham, and this is the Entrepreneurial Edge. I've sat across the table from many business owners that are terrified of the wrong thing. Well, real threats creep up unnoticed. I've been that business owner. I've coached people who've redirected that same fear into one or two moves that actually protected their business. Fear isn't the problem. Misallocated fear is the problem. That's what we're going to talk about today. Today I'm going to be talking about the two fears that feel urgent, but usually not. And the three fears that you should actually be watching at your stage of business and what to do about them, what to do about each one of them. Not just be aware, but figure out real action steps to help you solve them. So let's get into it. The first fear I want to talk about, there's two of them. They eat up more energy than anything else, especially at the scaling stage as you're trying to grow your business. But neither deserve the time and energy because you can't do much about them. One, a competitor is going to innovate me. They're going to create a better hamburger. They're going to create a better product. At 2 to 5 years in, most competitive threats aren't essential. This fear creates urgent, or it feels urgent, because it's dramatic. The number two fear is, I'm going to make the wrong hire. A lot of people right now are trying to hire people, and they figure if they make the wrong one. But this fear too, it kind of gets oversized. You may delay hiring somebody for months when you really should be hiring somebody because you're doing all the work yourself. This work needs to be delegated. But these are both loud, very loud fears, and loud does not mean important. Now, these are the fears that you should actually have. Here's really what deserves your attention. Revenue. That's number one. Revenue concentration. If you have one client and one channel, one product line that makes up more than 30 to 40% of your revenue, you don't have a business. You have a dependency. So you really need to think about that. So what do you need to do to figure this out? You need to pull your revenue by source each week, not eventually, this week, and look at what the numbers are. The numbers speak for themselves. The other fear is you're the bottleneck. And if you don't know it, if every decision runs through you, your business can't grow. It can't grow fast. Fast as your bandwidth. That's not a business. That's a demanding job. So you have to make every decision. You need to figure out another plan. So what I want you to do is pick one reoccurring decision that you have to make every week. Hand it off. Hand it off to somebody. Hand it off to an AI employee. You got AI employees now. And the third fear is, are you optimizing a system that nobody's checked their assumptions on? How are your products performing? You may have built your products maybe 18 months ago. Is this still your ideal customer? They may not be the right customer anymore. So what I want you to do is start questioning. Ask yourself, if I started this business today, what would I do differently? Would I look for the same customer? So common mistakes that you may make, and these are things that I see business owners get wrong, treating all fear as equal or waiting for the fear to go away. It's never going away. It's not going to go away. Or you fix the loudest fear instead of the quiet one. Sometimes you're missing out on the quiet one. These are the quiet ones, are the ones that sink your business. So let's bring it all together right now. Stop spending your time on fear. Stop worrying about fear. Stop worrying about your competitors. Stop worrying about hiring mistakes. Spend it on revenue concentration. I want you to figure out how you're getting money and how to get more of it. Figure out if you're a bottleneck. You being a bottleneck can quietly end your business. So this week, I want you to pull up your revenue stream and see how much money you're making. You can go to my link on my article that I'll post on my blog on Substack and do a check just to see where you're at. So this is Mark Parham, Entrepreneurial Edge. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.